First divine vision, March 1980. I was making love with Mary. That day wasn't particularly struck me, but at the time of orgasm, something happened that was unusual, which I was able to analyze very lucidly. I have noticed since then that at these moments or internal visions, I feel like an impression of duplication. The capital letter on vision means that it is an internal perception with eyes closed. One part of my being feels and another observes until the moment of intense emotion, when it occurs, when these two parts merge into one. What I saw and felt that day was nothing known before or after that experience. However, during my wanderings and during my past as a bachelor, I had many different orgasms of varying intensity with different women, from which I draw no particular glory, but which allows me to compare. And I have realized that many people, both men and women, have never experienced it. This is how it usually feels. With the rise of enjoyment, our senses are close to the outside world. You can't hear, you can't see, just a great wave of pleasure that explodes in a more or less intense way and highlights us in a deep darkness. It is also called the little death. But I saw something. I was in a reddish tunnel with walls enclosing me very pleasantly, which gradually, by successive strokes, I crossed. My whole consciousness was concentrated in one point before me. By analogy, one could say that my consciousness had concentrated at the tip of my sex, and that its tunnels was similar to the vagina. The vagina being the crown of life, why wouldn't it also be the return to the source? This being said, I did not only feel, I saw, and obviously not through my eyes. I had the impression after a while that the light was appearing in the tunnel, and all of a sudden I opened up on the other side. It was like a platform on the side of a cliff, but without any material reality. I saw on my right a huge sky of a very pure light blue, very clear, very transparent, I don't know. It is a commonplace to say that words are powerless to describe this kind of vision. The blue was becoming clearer and clearer on the left, and instinctively, regularly, my psychic gaze turned in this direction. I was very attracted, but at the same time a little scared. I felt my consciousness sum up in the two essential and driving feelings of the human being, curiosity and fear. But the history of the world proved it enough. It is curiosity that always prevails. So I kept turning my gaze. The emotional tension became greater and greater, consisting both of the fear that held me back and at the same time of the enormous curiosity that pushed me towards what I was going to discover. It became more and more clear, very pure, very transparent, and I had seen a disk, oval sphere, a ball of white light, very bright and very white, much more than the sun, which is rather yellow. It didn't dazzle, I saw. I was outside, and suddenly, without transition, I was melted in the center of the white light. I was that thing. What an emotion! What a feeling of fullness, perfect happiness! Love is the most universal center, and above all was certainty. It was God. I was God. At least a written plot will blend into its original environment. In fact, it was after I thought of God. At the time, the intensity of the emotion was such that I didn't think of anything. Mary had felt nothing special or different from the other times. I can already see the mocking and skeptical smiles of those who will read me. I'm not trying to convince anyone. I am testifying to what happened to me and what I felt. Only those who have had this kind of experience, if there is any, will understand. When we have experienced, we know. I could not say how long this vision lasted. I was out of the ordinary time, but if I felt a certain duration before seeing the white light sphere, the moment I felt melted into it, dissolving into it was very brief, and I narrated myself as in a normal orgasm. Since that experience, my life has not been the same. It is delightful to know that this first divine vision came in making love. When we think of all the prohibitions, all the blockage, the bullying inflicted by many religions, especially Christian, for all that concerns sexuality, it is not to die or laughter and sadness when we think of those who had to endure all these prohibitions. Has it not been said that God is love? The first powerful vision challenged my atheist attitude.